Yeah, welcome again. Let's continue with our journey of preparing thoroughly for the upcoming examination or any other evaluation that might be coming from this section that is in front of us. This is question number 4 for organic molecules, which mainly talks about the chemical properties, which are reactions. Remember, in this section we've got 5 types of reactions ranging from oxidation, esterification, substitution, addition and elimination. Now, during this question they say study the following incomplete equations for reactions 1 and 2. Compounds P and Q are organic compounds and T is an inorganic compound. When it comes to this type of questions, you must always spend some time in analyzing the table before answering the questions. If you look at reaction 1, this is an haloalkane. If it reacts with concentrated, we expect elimination, and then therefore P must be an alkene. So P must be an alkene, and sodium bromide, and therefore T will be water. Thank you. And then we come to this one, therefore we can even name the P this one. Anyway, we know between this bromine and these two hydrogens, one in the first, one in the third, therefore the third one must be eliminated. The double bond will be at carbon number 2, so we'll be having 2-methyl, in this case but2-ene. That will be this one, 2-methyl but2-ene. Fine. Reaction 2, it involves carboxylic acid, which is ethanoic acid, and compound Q, which should be an alcohol, obviously. Therefore, this is butyl ethanoate. We know that esters are formed from primary alcohol, therefore this must be butane 1-ol, and then it will form butyl ethanoate and water. That's why we need also concentrated sulfuric acid as a catalyst here with the gentle heating. For reaction 1, write down the type of reaction. We said it's your elimination, therefore 4.1.1 will be elimination. So if you know more, you can even let's leave it at elimination for now. Reaction 4 for this one, 412, they say write down the UPEC name of P. P, we have already named it from our analysis. Therefore, we said it will be 2-methyl but2-ene. So it's always very good to start with analysis because it will save you some time in answering these questions. 413, they say name or formula of compound T. T, we said, is just water. Therefore, this will be just water, or you can now say H2O. You need formula. For reaction 2, write down the 2 reaction conditions needed. We said in esterification there are 2 reaction conditions. Very simple. We need concentrated sulfuric acid, and then plus also water. We need gentle heating. Heat, you can just write heat, or just write moderate heat. Moderate heat, if you ask for gentle heat is fine. 415, therefore they say write down the structural formula of compound Q. Q, remember we said is butane 1-ol, therefore it will be very easy to write the structure. 4 carbon atoms. At carbon number 1 there's a OH, therefore this will be the case. The case. This is butane 1-ol. Remember the OH can be here or can be here, or even this side is fine. We move to the next question, 4.2, obviously. Now let's go to 4.2 out of this question. Question of 17 marks. According to 4.2, let's read the statement. They say the cracking of a long carbon chain hydrocarbon, which is C10H22, your octane, takes place in a test tube as shown below. No problem. We use a cotton wool soaked in that, and then the two straight chains organic compounds X and Y are produced in test tube A according to the following balance equation. Now state the function of aluminium oxide in the test tube. So in this case, aluminium oxide will serve as a catalyst. Just tell the examiner 4.2.1, therefore aluminium oxide is a catalyst. Find 4.2.2. They say, according to this one, the organic compound X and Y are now passed through bromine water. These two are gases mainly. Then at room temperature in test tube B. Only X reacts with bromine water. Remember, bromine water is used to test these hydrocarbons or test saturated hydrocarbon saturativity in hydrocarbons. Then the one that is unsaturated will be able to pass through, react with bromine, and then the saturated one is not reactive, obviously. Therefore, apart from gas bubbles being formed, state another observable change in test tube B. That's where now the color of bromine, the color of Br2 will change from, if you want to be explicit, from brown to colorless. That will be giving you all the marks. Now, next question, they say, write down the type of reaction that takes place in test tube B. That is 4.2.3. In test tube B, for when decolorization of bromine takes place, then is when now the alkene is reacting with bromine. Remember, alkene can undergo only one reaction, which is addition. Addition, in this case, the examiner will pardon you if you just write bromination, or halogenation. So though they didn't want you to go that deep, but yeah, it's fine. Also, they will be accepted. And then 4.2.4. They say, according to this one, write down the molecular formula of Z. Z, if we look at this equation, it says C10H22 and then forms 2X plus Z. Now they are telling us, according to this one, to say, in this case, where is the hint? Supposed to have a hint of what should happen here. So the straight chain organic compounds X and Z are formed. So meaning that now, remember, one will be an alkane, another one will be an alkene. And in this case, they are even telling us to say only X, meaning that X is the one that is an alkene. Therefore, in analysis, we know that X is an alkene. Therefore, Z will be an alkane. Now, in this case, we'll use Metzner. So let's start with the lowest. Therefore, the possible value of X, if X is C2H4, then if you multiply it by 2, then Z must be now C6H, this is 8, and then it will be H14. That's the possible Z, the first one. You can write Z is C6H14. If we increase here, if now X is C3H6, therefore I'll have 6 and 12, therefore Z must be from 6, then must be C4, H, and this is 12, then must be 10. And then the next one is, what if now this is C4, H8? That's the last option. Therefore this is 8, therefore I will have C2, and then the carbons, hydrogens are 16, therefore I will have H6. So these are the 3 possible Z in this case. Just mathematics here. Write any one of these 3, you're correct. Then 4.2.5. They say to us, write down the structural formula of X. So also here you can write any of the 3. Any of the 3 now will be, either the easiest will be alkene, which is C2H, or you can write your C3, which is propene, and then hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. The last option will be the C4, of which now there are also 2 options there in the C4, because you can have but1 or but2. So it will be depending on you. So all this will be correct. All this will be correct if we follow the, this was an open good question, and now many learners were getting more marks out of the question. Now all carbons must be surrounded by 4 bonds. That is the rule. Fine. So you have got four options, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was giving you 17 marks. Thanks a lot. Until we meet again in other sections, I hope you are gaining a lot out of this exercise, that when we crack one substance should be an alkene, another one should be an alkane. Remember, cracking is elimination. Elimination, by virtue of elimination, then we'll have less reactants and more products. That's why you've got only 1 reactant and then 2 products. So that's typical elimination. More products, less reactants. I hope you have gained a lot out of this activity, and in your answering also, it's opened up, how to test for hydrocarbons. Thanks a lot. Until next